2,000 years ago, 3 magi lived in a far-off eastern land. The word magi is the same word from which we get the word magic. These 3 men practiced the magical art called astrology. They studied the stars and cast horoscopes to know the future. Because they were good at this, they became wealthy, but their neighbors feared their strange powers. One night, the Magi noticed a bright new star in the western sky. It was different from all the other stars. It moved in the heavens and seemed to beckon them to follow. The star was beautiful and mysterious, and in their hearts they knew it was for them. So they set out, and the star led them west on a very long journey to a little land called Judea. Judea was ruled by a king named Herod. At first, Herod was pleased to welcome the Magi. They seemed to have strange powers, which Herod thought he might be able to use for his own purposes. "Why have you come to my kingdom?" Herod asked. "We're seeking the newborn king of this land," they told him. Herod was startled but hid his fear. "We've seen his star in the east, so we have come to pay him homage. We have brought him gifts: gold, frankincense, and myrrh." "These are strange gifts," said Herod. "Gold, I understand. Gold is for kings. But incense is for God, and myrrh is to anoint the dead. Where is this new king to be born?" The Magi did not know, so Herod asked his learned priest, who told him, "The Messiah is to be born in Bethlehem, the city of David." "Go to Bethlehem, then," said Herod, "and when you have found this Messiah, send me word, so that I too may go and honor him." The Magi thanked Herod and promised to do as he requested. When the Magi arrived in Bethlehem, the star finally came to rest. It hovered over a stable and remained there. Their hearts beat wildly, for they were about to meet a king whom even the stars of heaven would serve. They entered the stable and found Mary, Joseph, and the baby Jesus. Mary greeted them with a sweet smile. She seemed to be expecting them. The Magi stared at the child, whose eyes were brighter than the brightest star. Humbly they knelt and offered Jesus their gifts: gold for a king, incense for God, and myrrh for his burial. I wonder, what gift would you bring Jesus?
Okay, Hartley and Thatcher. If you could give the baby Jesus any gift, Hartley, what would you give him?
I would give him a baby bottle.
Oh, that's so nice, Thatcher. What would you give baby Jesus?
I'd give him a new clip and a new baby bottle.
Very sweet.
Okay, Bo, what would you bring to the baby Jesus and why?
I would bring diapers, and why? Because Mary would need diapers to care for baby Jesus.
Shepherd, what gift would you bring to the baby Jesus?
I will bring my love and my heart.
James, what present would you bring baby Jesus?
Silver.
Silver?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because I think it's his favorite color.
Say Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I would bring Jesus a cow.
Hazel, what gift would you bring to the baby Jesus?
The gift of love.
Hey, Jude, what present would you bring baby Jesus?
A bicycle.
Why?
Because it's his favorite.
Say Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Bye. I would bring Jesus a soft blanket. I would bring baby Jesus some gold. His big sister and help him walk. And I would kind of help him be nice and kind of help him walk and try to help him drink his milk and eat things.
That would be great.
I would also play with him. That's baby Jesus stuff.
Okay.
If I was his big sister.
Okay.
Goodbye, baby Jesus. For baby Jesus, I want a picture frame.
I would bring Jesus gold.
So, if you visited baby Jesus, what gift would you bring him?
Cake.
You'd bring baby Jesus some cake? What kind of cake?
Strawberry banana cake.
Strawberry banana cake?
Yep.
What's on top of it?
A strawberry
Strawberry on top of it? Any sprinkles?
and sprinkles.
That's good. Baby Jesus would love that.
Pets, dogs are special. I'm going to give Jesus a dog because pets are special too, just like Jesus.
Having paid him homage, the wise men thanked Mary and Joseph and departed. In a dream, God told the Magi to go home by a different road and not to return to Herod. As they traveled, they talked about this awesome child they had seen. They could not forget his eyes, which were like bright stars when he smiled at them. "Something strange has happened to me," one of them said. "I no longer want to try to control the future or pile up riches for myself. I know God loves me and will care for me every day, no matter what." That is what I saw in the bright eyes of the little boy. The other two Magi agreed at once, and they decided that when they returned to their homes, they would quietly put aside their former way of life. Decades passed. The three Magi were now old and full of years. They no longer tried to control the future. Instead, they served God by serving their neighbors. They founded schools and hospitals and were now loved as much as they had once been feared. They still loved to look up at the night sky, however. The beautiful stars reminded them of Jesus. One night, as they were gazing heavenward, they heard a man approaching on foot. He was coming from the west. His name was Thomas, and he was one of Jesus' disciples. Thomas told them he had traveled far and had come to the eastern lands to proclaim Christ, who is King of Kings and Lord of Lords. The three wise men looked at each other and smiled. "You are most welcome, Thomas," they said. "We've been expecting this. Tell us all about that little child we met so long ago." In this season of Epiphany, we too will look on Christ by listening to stories about Jesus and the wonderful things he did. Will we be changed by the experience as the Magi were? If we are wise, we will let Christ change us too, and then our lights will shine for God's glory.